We are now in session. Good evening, folks. It is your boy LL Cool Lucky. I'm with Toby Charles and our guest today, Mr. Chinda Allgainz. But before we begin, really want to give a shout out to Lao American Sports. They've been doing amazing work in their platform. They're kind of like our brother in regards to the podcast and work that they do. So we kind of align our work. So please go like their page on Instagram, Facebook. You can watch them on YouTube as well. They really highlight the Lao American community, but also the Southeast Asian community as well. So we want to give them a shout out as well. So thank you guys. And then for our folks that are tuning in, welcome to the Now in Session family. We appreciate you guys tuning in. For our followers, keep those likes and comments coming. We appreciate it so much, okay? So kapjai lai. So yeah, who do we got today, Toby?
We got Chinda the man Vong Kampa, right?
Yeah,
Vong Kampa.
Vong Kampa.
But otherwise known as Gainz and
No muscles.
No Muscles. How did you come up with that screen name, that character?
Honestly, it's your dad bod. You know, Allgainznomuscle. You know, you look buff and big, but really you still got that belly. So you got to know how to hide that correctly, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like Charles, dad bod.
Yeah. I was thinking like E Honda. You know how like he's buff and strong?
Yeah.
But then like he's a little bit rounded.
And like back then, right? We all want to be fit and stuff, but now as we get older, we're like, man, it's cool, man. We gotta have dad bod, but with some muscle, right?
And some of your reels, man, you work out a lot. You hit some weights, man.
Oh, yeah.
What's the max press you do?
Honestly, my goal is 405, 4 plates.
Wow.
Pretty strong.
Damn.
I'm currently at 385.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
So it's honestly just to get to that 4 plate is probably the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Especially having no spotter. I do this without
You do it
a
with no
spotter.
spotter? Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell? Isn't that scary?
Honestly, I think it's all in your mind. I feel honestly like as a human, you feel like you can die.
Yeah.
So you just kind of like, I'm going to give up. The moment you have a spotter, you hit that like nothing.
Yeah.
But if you achieve that, like, I can do this, you can do it.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
So how many reps do you do in a set?
So my sets are basically, I first start off with 225, 2 plates, and I move up increments of 20 pounds, 20 pounds, 20 pounds, 20 pounds, until I go to the point where I can't push it.
Yeah.
So when you go for your personal record, do you have a spotter for that?
No,
So what happens if you can't push it?
I don't know.
You better get out of the way real quick.
But see the things that when I do it to the point where like I'm comfortable. Like you gotta have this like I can do it. Like if it. So I have mastered just like deadlifting. You know how like I let it sit on my chest.
Yeah.
So if I fail, I tip it over.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
I got you.
Because the thing a lot of people are scared of, I'm gonna drop it on my chest, I'm gonna die. No, if you rest it on your chest. I got this from CJ Fletcher, basically a Hulk smash.
Yeah.
So when you leave it on your chest and you push up, you have more power. You have way more power. So I highly recommend you guys like let it sit on your chest.
So for some of the folks watching right now, they're probably asking, what's your height and weight right now?
What's your stats?
Bro.
That way they can make the comparison. Like, wow, he's actually...
I am the heaviest.
Really?
The heaviest.
What's your weight right now?
210.
Wow. I wish I was at 210 right now.
210.
Right?
I'm at almost 250, 60, but man. So what's your height? 210?
Like it's right there by 5'9".
Okay.
It's a 5'9"
5'9.5".
5'8.75".
Damn.
That's what she said. We're going to go with that. Yeah.
You gotta round it up.
You got to round it up.
You have to round it up. How are you gonna know?
Yeah, I can know.
They make these shoes now that give you the extra 2-3 inch in height.
Oh, yeah.
They
I seen
know.
that.
They're taking a no.
They're called Timberlands, bro.
They don't know.
But you know what's the sad thing? 5'9" is still considered short in America.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's tall for us if we go back to Laos and
back to Laos.
height and stuff.
Dude, I thought 5'8" was average.
You
On
5'10".
paper,
You a center in the basketball world in Laos, man.
Yeah,
You
Laos,
5'10". Yeah.
you don't know how all these women, they want dudes 6 foot and higher and make 6 figure. That's the standard now.
Yeah.
They want the babies. They want the tall babies, man.
Yeah, but if you look at the stats, right? How many people make six figure?
Six figure
over 6 feet.
6 figure and 6 feet.
Yeah, the number.
Bro, it's like 8%. 8%.
Less than 8%. I'm sure it's
8%.
less than 8%.
Yeah.
That's great.
Wow, that's
Fuck 6 figure. I want to be 6 feet.
I'd rather take the 6 feet. Nah. So, man, like, you're from Fresno, California, but for some of the viewers, let's go back. Like, where's your roots from, man? What part of Laos are your parents from?
My parents is from Vientiane. My grandpa, I think everybody knows my grandpa Bull. He is actually from Sang Trang, near Cambodia. So he knows to speak Khmer. He's known to speak Lao, and he's actually taught Khmer back in the days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He learned both language back in where his area.
He's from the South.
Oh yeah.
He's from the South area.
He's from
right?
the South.
Did it mix the language? You know, like when you're in a certain part of the country, right, where they have different influence of like the different culture, they kind of mix the language together. Does your Boo does that?
No, he doesn't do that.
Also, he knows
Speaks both.
He knows speaks both.
It's crazy you mentioned this, man. My relatives, they speak Khmer too. My dad's side, because we were only like 20 miles away from the border. That's where we live, from Cambodia.
Oh, wow.
So my uncle, that very similar to his kind of story too.
And that's the reason why my name is Chinda, because my grandpa named me Chinda.
Oh, really?
So what does that mean? What does Chinda mean?
Chinda means red diamond or ruby. So
that's in Lao?
in Lao and Thai and Khmer, it means pit.
Pit. Oh,
Yeah. So red
ruby.
Yeah.
So is Chinda Laos or Cambodia?
It's universal, baby.
Universal?
Universal,
Oh,
man.
you know what? Because I see a lot of your reels and your on Facebook.
Yeah.
You do a lot of Laos stuff. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how Laos are you?
I would say about 8.
8?
Look, honestly speaking, I wish I would be a little bit more fluent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can speak it.
Yeah.
But if you just if we're gonna come up and like translate everything, no,
vocabs, Asian vocabs.
Well, it's kind of normal, like for a lot of the us people here, like they speak the mix of Laos and English. You know, so it's normal, you know.
Yeah.
Unless like you really grew up where your parents just spoke nothing but Laos, and then you grew up that, and you kind of have an accent, while trying to speak.
Yeah, it's
Laos.
like the conversational Laos, right?
Yeah.
Most of us, well, I shouldn't say me, I'm that way too. Even when I worked at firm, very conversational. But I think the proper Lao, that's the challenging part that I think our generation is having too.
When did your family come over?
Yeah.
I came with them back in 1987.
Oh, so you crossed over too?
I crossed over. I just got my citizenship this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Bro, I didn't know that.
So you're an American now.
I'm American now. On paper.
Wow,
Finally.
you came in 86, 87?
Yeah, 87.
We came 87 too. That's crazy.
So you remember crossing over? Did you cross over illegally or you crossed over legally?
I honestly, when we went to Thailand, I don't think that was legal at all. But coming to America was legal though.
Okay. So you were at the camps too, your family?
Yeah, refugee camp. I still got a picture with my dad at the camp.
Yeah.
It's gonna be we're gonna have those pictures. We actually had that picture at Full Circle, which is our event. This Friday, January 27th. Yes. The last event we had there, we had those exact pictures lined up across the wall. So I'm so excited and so proud.
Yeah, the heritage.
Yeah,
definitely, man.
The heritage.
For real. We came a long way, dude.
Yeah. I think we really wanted to highlight some of your story. You mentioned you do a lot of reels and you bring up the culture a lot. Like, what's your inspiration in doing that? What's the message that you're sharing with the audience when you create these things?
It's like we're losing the language. We're losing, and the only savior we have is us.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, especially Sabadi Fest, I think you guys talked about this so many times on the podcast, but Sabadi Fest is bringing awareness, putting our people on the stage, getting people excited and being proud.
Yeah.
Like we before growing up in high school, right? We were listening to R&B, hip hop, and we thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
But guess what? Our people is cool.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah.
100 million views.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy.
Because like when we were growing up in high school, we didn't hear so much about Laos people. All we get is like CDs, and it's mostly like Thai singers and artists. So we don't get to hear like Laos artists or Laos movies or any of those stuff.
Yep.
But with YouTube and the internet, now the world's just got a lot smaller, and we're able to see those talents that's out there.
Exactly.
So at Spidey Fest, we're gonna start seeing all of them live.
I think I think we're touching on a platform that's open to all race, all cultures now.
Yeah.
You live in the land of opportunities, where you tell these Lao young kids to continue doing what you're doing and pushing. I've seen a few of your grandpa's videos on that. He's a popular man. Yeah, he's very popular.
Do you pick? Is he?
He's technically 93.
Wow.
But on the fake age of America, he's 100.
He's
100.
Yeah. So we just celebrated
his birthday. Benefit for that?
What's that?
He gets any benefit for that for being 100?
He does.
You talking about senior discounts and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, senior. I mean, that's like
super senior.
Yeah. First
live
dibs
for
and
free, everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You that old, you should be living for free.
You should. Everything should be paid for. You know what I mean?
Wow. I know you always pick them up on some of your reels.
Yeah.
How often you pick them up? Like once a week, twice a week?
You know what? I had to diss my grandpa for you guys today.
What? Thank you, Boo, for letting him to us.
I called my sister. I'm like, you know what? I wanted to go see him today, but I got something important to do. So yeah, he's gonna be mad at y'all, but it's all good.
It's all right. He's doing it for the betterment of Laos.
He's gonna be watching this video and be like, "Oh, thank you, Boo, so much."
You know what? I'll do a react to this.
There you go.
I'll do a react. I'm gonna have him watch it and like, what the hell? You ditched me for this?
He's a healthy man though for his age, man. He's been cooking. He's been mobile. He's really doing it. I've been watching that. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, man. It's important.
How does he like being in one of your skit?
Honestly, he wasn't always bubbly like how he is now. But now that he sees so much love, like not just from us, we give him love all the time, but from people.
Yeah.
So he's just like, what do you want me to do next? You know what I mean? Like he's ready to go. You know.
So he's feeling like a celebrity right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He loves it. He loves it.
He's like, all right, man, it's time for me to shine. Chinda, give me back on the roll again.
He doesn't even need me. Anytime he's on a video, viral.
Yeah.
Viral.
When did you first start like telling yourself, I may need to start doing social media? What brought you to that?
I think 2 years ago, actually longer than that. I've been doing funny videos for a long time, but it just never transpired. It just like, okay, I get 20 likes, I get 30 likes, and it's like, it's just for the laugh. Like I just love making people laugh, making people feel good, and especially when it's like it's coming from the heart.
Right.
I do this out of like to showcase not myself but my people, and I feel like that's what we're missing.
Yeah.
And then for us to see all this happening, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm part of this like riot, and it's just like, it's lovely.
Yeah.
So what's the next step after Facebook? Because that's one you're focusing on the most, right?
Yeah. Facebook, I have about 32,000 followers. TikTok, about close to 4,000.
Damn.
Instagram, 600.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do on Instagram.
Yeah.
But you know what? I still post there. I still is active. One of my boys, Harris. You guys know Harris.
Yeah.
Actually, Harris going to be on the show this upcoming season, but
this next session.
Yeah.
Oh man, that shit's gonna go viral.
Yeah.
Sure hope so.
No, go ahead, Charles.
Because I know YouTube Shorts is becoming a thing. Are you gonna start focusing on that too?
I know A is on it. I have tried putting it on there. Their system isn't focused on shorts. Like if you have regular YouTube, I think it's a better structure, but shorts is kind of just like Facebook. It's kind of like
more
everywhere.
Long format.
Okay. Yeah, because I know you brought up Facebook Reel to me a few times, and you've been doing very well. Like, which one was the first one that got you like that viral status?
Honestly, it was the PS5. So when PS5 launched, I was one of the first few people that got PS5s. And I just like, you know what? I'm going to do a funny video about FedEx, like ringing the doorbell and running away. And I think that got like 15 million views.
Yeah, because at that time everybody was looking for a
Looking for a
PS5. It was hard to get.
Yeah,
you know?
it was crazy, man.
Yeah.
15 million views.
Yeah.
When I first saw that reel, I wasn't thinking about PS5. I thought you were doing a whole different role play with a FedEx and kind of like, you know, a pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, Chinna's getting kinky on here. And then I was like, oh, okay, it's a funny one.
Yeah.
Well, let's take this back a little bit because you know you're a pretty perceptive, you know, business oriented guy.
Yeah.
What got you into that mindset? Because without that mindset, you couldn't have created what you created on Instagram in your career and all that stuff. You know, so how did you know that this is a path that was gonna prepare you to kind of do this? You know, what started everything?
Honestly, I think just being funny. Like, I don't know if you guys, I think you guys been to my comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did 2 comedy specials at Type Kid.
Right.
And the first one was a hit, but the second one was like right after COVID, so it didn't do so well. Sure. But I am looking forward to like opening up that idea again. You know what I mean? Like, it was honestly, especially now, like we have so much people like wanting to be out on social media, wanting to talk, wanting to tell their stories and being funny.
Yeah.
It's just like, I should open that door again, you know?
Because there's a few people asking me about that. And I work with Genesis, one of the comedian that was on the show. And I was like, dude, when are we going to do the third one? So there's a possibility of a third one coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. Honestly, Netflix has adapted a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I believe like it's not going to go away. And it's going to open up more doors for people like me where like I make funny 10-second video to a whole hour of just telling jokes all day. Like it's
do you worry like you know the comedy landscape has kind of within the last 5-10 years or so, you're like this cancel culture that's came up, right? You know, they kind of get censored into saying certain thing or not saying certain things. You know, do you kind of worry about like the things you say or the content you put out? Do you kind of like worry about that stuff, or are you just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna, you know, say what I want to say, and then, you know?
There definitely are certain things off topic.
Yeah.
One of the things is violence. You know, I don't endorse violence. I don't endorse politics. Like it's belittling somebody who believes in something. It's a no-go for me.
Yeah, it's negative.
You know what I mean? Like, if I make, you know, like we grew up with your mama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like we
did.
grew up with like making fun of each other. You know, and that's one of my last few reels was just dumbfounded.
Yeah.
And if he was to make something like that right now, it wouldn't go. But now people are like, oh shit, that shit's funny.
Yeah.
You
It's
know what I mean?
changing. Yeah,
It's changing.
Yeah.
Everything's reverting back to how it used to be. So I'm so excited. Like, man, we can start making fun of your mamas again.
I remember my son, man. My son, he came back. He came back from school, and I asked him, "Hey, what do you do at school?" I just hang out with my friends. Okay, so what do you guys talk about? What do you guys do? We just make fun of each other. I'm like, you guys make fun of each other? Like, I was surprised. I was shocked.
You were
right?
proud of that moment,
I was proud, right?
Yeah.
Like, man, you guys make fun of each other? Like, how you guys make fun of each other, right?
Yeah.
Well, we just make fun of the way they look, you know, and this. I go, man, you guys do that? Because then the generation that came before them, they didn't really do that. You know, it was like our generation that grew up in the hood making fun of each other and stuff. And, you know, to see it kind of go back, that's pretty crazy to me.
crazy.
You know?
Now I'm happy that's going back because everybody was too damn sensitive. Like sometimes I just want to say
Or
something.
too serious.
Yeah.
Or too serious.
Like I just want to say something and I'm like, oh shit, that hurt your feelings? Dude, fuck out your feelings, bro. So with all these little skits that you're doing, is there a chance that you could be up there on the mic if you throw on a show?
If I was to get on the mic, it's probably just like before. I was co-hosting. So I had, this guy that I had host, he's big now.
Really?
I don't know if I can get him back. He's big now. He's doing shows. So I'm so happy for him. So I have to find a new host. So whoever's out there ready to host a comedy, let me know.
There
You
you
talking
go.
about that last guy that was on there?
Yeah.
What was his
The
name?
bigger guy, right?
The bigger, yeah.
Yeah, the bigger.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
he
in
was
Bakers.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
he's
funny.
good. He's in Bakersfield. I think he has a show in Texas.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just it's it's something now, man.
Yeah, I still remember him. Like, he was one of the best one that night.
Yeah.
But he just went up and just took control of the mic.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this guy is really good.
That's how you get the audience to engage. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the future, I mean, do you see yourself still kind of doing these skits, or any plans or
project
that you're working on?
Honestly, like, I really want to open the doors for the younger people. I really want to be somebody who's like, hey, if I can get 100,000 followers doing some crazy shit, you can do too.
Yeah.
And the younger people, like you said, you think they're shy? No, they're not shy. They're ready to come out. But if they have that figure, it's going to be easier for them to go through that.
Yeah.
So talking about the younger generations, like I've seen you did some reels with your son out on the farm doing lemongrass and making him do like labor work. So what part of your teaching is like teaching him how to be, you know, a hard worker, and what else is important that you're trying to instill in your son?
Honestly, just like your typical Asian parents, you gotta have good grades. You know, he doesn't have straight A's, but he got 1 B. So I made a video about that, about like how
Did the belt come out?
Hey, that's what a B stand for. Belt.
and that's the thing. Like, you know what? Like, I instill hard work. I know he sees that I'm working day in and day out, and I tell him, like, even for basketball, I remember growing up in playing volleyball, typical Asian, but my dad never came out.
Yeah.
You know, so I had that feeling like I need to be out there.
Yeah.
So he's in AAU, Clovis West.
Nice.
Shout out, you know what I mean? Like, he's doing his work, man. Like, I'm out there. Like, I tell my work, I'm gonna take 2 hours. I'm gonna look at my son play. I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna record him. I'm gonna be out there, throw my hands up, being excited. And that's what they need. They need that support. You know what I mean? That we don't give them that support. Like, I know that tough love that we had taught us something, but we're a hybrid now.
Yeah.
We got to change our ways to make it better for them.
You mentioned hard work, man. Like, you know, working and doing your reels. This is just like a side thing that you do, but you also got other work and businesses that you do. Could you share that a little bit? I mean, like, people need to understand that besides the work that you do on screen and social media, that's another layer to you. Can you share that a little bit?
I'm not going to disclose where I work at.
Yeah.
But I sell cars.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, I've been a top salesperson for the last 6 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
The last 6 years, they've flown me out everywhere. They take care of me. Over 1,200 cars sold.
Wow.
Damn.
You know, and I bust my ass, man.
1,200 cars sold per year?
No.
A month?
No,
total.
Lifetime.
Lifetime.
You have to understand, a regular dealership here in Fresno sells about 200 cars a month.
Oh, wow.
200 cars. That's a whole dealership.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, for me to do 1,200, it's definitely in the high rankings of where I work at.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and then beside that, it's gonna be our 5th year for Pokestop Fresno.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. I was just there earlier cutting salmon, and you know.
Not to cut you off, but if you guys haven't tried Pokestop yet, you guys need to go check it out. It's on Figure and Loop on Bullard. One of the best poke bowl I ever got, dude.
Bullard
Quick plug, but that shit is the truth, though.
Yeah.
Need to go test it out.
That's a lot of hours.
Thank you.
That's a lot of hours, Chinda. You're talking about the restaurant. Now you're talking about the car. You're talking about spending time with your son and social media. Like, the new generation has to understand that this is where it has to be, the hard work, right? The foundation of it.
Right.
Yeah. How do you share that message to other young kids? What would you tell them? What's the secret to all that?
Honestly, at my workplace, we do get like 21-year-old, 22-year-old. So they come in here, and when they know my story, I'm like, damn, you do all that?
Yeah.
And I go, if you think this is hard, wait until you do regular sales.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta grind it out. If you want a brighter future, a possible endless, like, I'm not trying to get Andrew Tate level.
Right.
I'm just trying to get to where I'm comfortable.
Right.
Where like I could retire at 45, 50.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to retire at 65.
Right. Totally.
You're not gonna enjoy when you're 65 years old. No way.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit, 45. That's only 5 more years, bro.
Hey, that's speaking my language. I said it. Under 50, man.
Yeah, under 50.
Got to figure it out, dude.
Yeah.
The grind. That's awesome, dude.
So what's your next business venture that's going to help you get to that point?
I want to get a hall. I definitely want to get a hall.
Like a rental hall for
Like a
folks?
venue?
Like a venue?
Okay.
And basically have an open forum for people. Like they're able to come in. Like I'm gonna do a class for an hour or 2 hours, and like, hey, if you want to come in, this is gonna help you get from 1 followers to 10,000 followers in a short of a month.
So you're staying in the social media world, just teaching.
Yeah, for sure. I believe this is just the beginning. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it's just the beginning. I think there's more to this, and if you want to work smarter and not harder, this is the route to go, because you're not just selling a product, you're selling yourself.
Yeah.
You can't duplicate yourself. You can duplicate a product.
Yeah.
No, I like the fact that you're thinking about other people as well as while you're going through your journey.
Yeah.
And like want to give back already. So like if I did want to reach out to you, how do I reach out to you?
Just DM me.
I know on Instagram, Facebook.
Allgainz.
Honestly, TikTok, Allgainznomuscle, TikTok and Instagram. Facebook is just my name, Chenda Von Campo. I'm not gonna change that. I have no point of changing that because I just want to stay true to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And out of all the reels that you've done, which one was the hardest one?
The hardest one, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, man. I think 2 years ago, before I got married, we were doing lemongrass.
Yeah.
And I did a skit about how when I was parking cars for a living 10 years ago, parking cars at Clovis Community.
Oh, dang.
And I was making minimum wage. Minimum wage was like $8.75 at that time.
Yeah.
Wow.
$9.
Yeah.
And at that time, this is only 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10, 11 years ago. I was making minimum wage, parking cars, hoping to get tipped to buy my son diaper.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
That's how of a struggle it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Struggle and perseverance right there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we all kind of highlight that a few of our sessions before, man. You mentioned on your podcast before, like culture.
Yeah.
Like, do it for my culture. I see that a lot. Like, what does that mean to you when you talk about that?
Like it's preserving what we have left. Honestly, if we don't speak the language, or we don't practice the religion, or we don't practice the custom, it's gonna fade away.
Sure.
It's gonna fade away. One of the movie that just came out, Prey, about the Native American.
Yeah.
Remember that? Mm-hmm. There's 2 parts to that movie. There's a part where they speak English, and there's the second part where they speak Native American. They've been here for over 500 years.
Yeah.
They still speak their language. And they made a second movie speaking the whole language.
For reals?
Yes.
Shit, I haven't heard of the movie.
And it's almost sad to know that we're losing our language, and we're only second, third generation.
Yeah.
So why are we giving up now?
Right.
So all these things that we're doing, that I'm doing, and my sister and the community's doing, is to preserve this.
Yeah. No, that's really great insight on that. Like, you mentioned the insight of cultural and the work that you do, and you push out Sabadi Fest a lot. Like, do you feel that that's bringing the community together?
Oh, yeah. Not just the community. Lao, Hmong, Thai, we have never been so close.
Yep.
Like, look at Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year. We're all celebrating it.
Right.
And no one's like, hey, you're not Chinese.
Right.
No one's doing that.
Dude, I was like on Facebook or is it Instagram, they just keep showing. And I'm like, dude, I didn't know there was so many Chinese and Vietnamese people out there. And when I looked, I'm like, oh, wait, they're not all Chinese. There's some Laotian Cambodian folks that's just,
I mean, if you think about it too, right? Like, it's not just us, we just think in terms of our community here, but there's Lao people all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, and once we started doing this and we see people on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok doing their thing, you know, they're coming out like, hey, you know, this is okay. We start adding each other, and it's like, it's going to blow up, you know, soon, and it'll help each other get in front of the audience and then sell their product, whatever it is they're doing, you know. Some girl, what was her name that was doing window tinting?
Window tinting?
Yeah, she's all over the United States, you know.
Yeah.
I forgot her name. What's her name?
I don't know what you guys talking about.
Yeah.
There's other Lao people that sing country and rock. I'm like, wow, it's a whole different genre, right?
You
and
like
they're the pioneer.
Yes, the pioneer.
Right?
You know, you mentioned all that. This is something that this community can gear towards. You know, as we're talking about uplifting, and slowly putting people in spaces to do all these different things. Like you're this small piece, but also this big piece that are linked to each other to grow and expand. Man, that's the beautiful part about it. You know what I mean? So wow, man,
connecting everybody together, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're out here doing your own thing, someone's out here doing their own thing, they're singing over here. They belong to that community, but at the end of the day, like you were saying, they're also Laos too, and we want to be able to give them that opportunity. Hey, you know, we got you. Keep doing what you're doing, because as a pioneer, you got to be able to face all that, the fear, all the struggle, take on all the hate, you know, and in order to shoulder that burden for our people. So that way the next guy in line be like, hey, you know what? You did that. Thank you. It's just like that Lausta guy, right? What's his name?
The rapper?
The rapper, yeah.
Sing hey.
Yeah. He started rapping way...
Or la.
He started rapping way before then, you know?
Kids.
And it's like, we were kids.
Yeah.
I still remember that song.
Yeah.
Like,
What song you remember?
Let's Charles sing it again, you know? Yeah. So
man, they should bringing it back. No, I'm just reminiscing now, like, of the when we were younger, like, I wouldn't say our parents, but like the older generation, like say 20 or 30s, they all were like speaking a lot of Laos. I don't know when we start losing our language.
Well, you know, you could go back to adapting to this culture, right?
Yeah.
You try to integrate to the language that you're known and you grew up with. You know what I mean? And you're in school speaking English. You come home, your parents speaking Laos to you, so you had to shuffle those together. I don't know how many times I got smacked in the head for speaking Lao and English in one sentence. You know what I mean?
Not only that, it's because we talked about this before.
Yeah.
When we came here, right? When we came to the States, you know, we were picked on, right?
Yeah.
It was our time. And so, you know, at one point in our journey, we kind of like, you know, we got to learn how to speak English. So we started listening to hip hop, watching MTV.
Full House.
Full House.
Family Matters.
So we started doing that. But in his eyes, you know, we're going back. We want to preserve that culture. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing, you know?
Yeah.
What you have a son. How old is he, Chinda?
He's turning 12.
12.
Damn, already?
Already.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you practice Lao with him?
Honestly, I do, but not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah. Like I said, my crazy schedule. It's tough, man. It's tough. That's the give and take that you got to understand. That if you're working a business, you're working a full-time job, a lot of time is taken away.
Grandparents? His grandparents?
His grandparents are around, but you know, he's mostly with my mom, in-laws. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Does he speak that language or
No,
no?
he doesn't speak.
Speak.
And that's the thing too. Even the Hmong people, they're losing the language too.
Yeah.
So with this, like Sabadi Fest, like you guys see it, man. All the kids, they're dancing. Yeah. They're doing videos. They're excited to showcase that. Like, I'm Lao, I'm Hmong, I'm Thai, I'm Khmu, I'm Khmer.
They're taking pride. They're taking pride and ownership of their culture, man. That's so important. And that's one thing that I think, you know, as us men right here sitting in space, man, like, you got to own it, man. You know, botong yan. Like the parents always say, botong yan. Me kalang jai. Have confidence.
There you go.
Botong yan, right? And you got to go out there and give it and show it, man. You know, that's a message to all these young folks that are watching this right now. We turn it back, Chinda. We really want to discuss, man. Like you mentioned. Gee, I lost my freaking question, man. Charles, help me. You looking at my forehead?
Yeah. I'm gonna help you. So what were we talking about? We're taking it back.
We were taking it back. I was talking about your reels. There you go. So When you do your reels, have you ever
Keep talking
got?
about the reels.
No, have you ever got a bad comment?
Always.
Always?
Especially the viral one.
Do you remember one of those bad? Can you share, like, what the hell did they say to you?
The one
This is
where
funny.
you know how like we don't wear shoes in the house.
Yeah.
So I made a video about cleaning it. Right.
Oh.
So I clean it. I Swiffer, and I have a vacuum. Right. And people was like, you know, they're talking their shit. You know,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, why would you clean your house? You know, like why would you not wear shoes in your house?
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, why does it even matter? You know?
Yeah.
It got to the point, bro. It's like,
No way.
I think that's probably my far
Yeah.
viral video, 20 million.
Wow.
20 million. And it's just like, when you see 100,000 comment, you just ignore that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They already help you out.
Right.
Yeah,
You don't need to respond.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
it gets past 1,000 comment, don't respond.
Yeah.
Let them fight each other.
Yeah. Totally, man.
Let the piranhas go after each other. Because someone's going to defend you
Yeah,
and
exactly.
someone's going to fight you
Yeah.
too. So you just watch them
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, so when your sister was here, Toby asked what vegetable she was. I want to know what vegetable you are.
Oh, man. Vegetable.
I need to ask that.
That's a good one, dude. That's a good one.
I think Charles trying to ask every guest that comes on now.
Yeah.
What
He
vegetable?
likes
they are.
that question.
He
I
likes
love that question so much.
I got him right here.
Yeah, because I never knew Toby was a mango.
Mango's actually my favorite to go to eat.
Mango
Yeah.
and sticky rice.
I don't know about the sticky rice though. I do not eat sticky rice as much as before.
Well, how are you gonna get all that gains, man?
It's too much gains now, bro. It retains too much. It retains more than steamed rice.
See, now,
Oh.
Yeah.
now you dropped the point. You were 8 to 10 lambs. Now you're 7 to 10.
You start eating sticky rice.
You sticky right. You 7 now.
So do you eat Badak?
Oh yeah, for sure. But that is a must for all my thumb. You know, one of my thumb video that I just recently made, the kapun.
Oh yeah.
100,000.
Really?
100,000 views.
Wow.
Damn.
It's just crazy. It's
Yeah.
like just making thumb kapun.
So anything with food, huh?
No. Funny stuff is for sure.
Yeah.
Is the number one. But food is like, you get an average about 10, 20,000 views.
Damn.
Easily. Yeah, easily.
So how can you make food funny?
Reaction.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
basically, you know, like, I think a lot of people know I have big eyes. So I embrace that, you know?
Yeah.
So anytime I eat food or I get a reaction, I just like, my eyes are bigger. You know, throughout my whole life, that was one of the things people made fun of me for, having big eyes. And it's
When did
weird.
you overcome that?
I think somebody called me Tiger Woods, and I'm like, I'm the good-looking Tiger Woods.
Well, that's when you realize that, like, you know,
realize
fuck,
it.
I'm gonna embrace it. You know, this is me. Like, what can I do to change it? Huh?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, growing up in the West Side, going to Edison, there's like like the African American, they just like they love us. You know, they love us, and for us to have such a similar background, family, food, you know, like hanging out, just like even slang. You know, like it, like some of the young dudes was like, man, you sound black.
Yeah.
Like I had a customer on the phone like, you sound black.
Yeah.
Like, your name is Chinda. You sound black.
Yeah, because it's the way we speak.
Yeah,
we all grew up in the hood. That's why. So
yeah.
like we cuss, we this and that. But
Yeah.
it's the way we
Your environment now.
pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the bass in that voice.
You know, growing up, man. Why did you choose to go into business?
I wasn't a smart kid. I pretended I was smart. I took pre-calculus. But when I got to college, dude, I could not stay awake. My eyes would close every time I go into class, no matter what subject it is.
Yeah.
I would get sleepy, and I only got like 30 units in Fresno City College.
See, I wouldn't say that you're not smart. I don't think you're just not interested.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, the stuff you've done so far, like, you know, you have to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not interested in it, then that's not you not being smart. It's just that you went out and find your passion later.
Yeah.
I think everybody has their own, you know, pathway, intelligence level. I was just like you, Chinda. I wasn't the brightest guy. I actually failed. I actually failed college, you know, but
I failed
you know,
college too.
Yeah, I think your your struggle. Like you mentioned, you had your son trying to figure out how to buy a diaper with $8.75 an hour. Like that pushed you a lot, to kind of try to figure this out.
I want to hear his story.
Yeah.
So how did you overcome that? Like when you realized, hey man, college ain't for me, like how did you overcome that and say, you know what? I still have to survive. I still have to move forward. Where did you find that confidence? You're like, you know what? I'm gonna try this or that. I mean, how did the story go from there?
I think being in Fresno, there's a lot of sales job, door knocking. I have done it all from Kirby Vacuum, door to door for cable, life insurance, some air purifier, Cutco knives.
You did the knives. You were the knife guy.
You were selling everything.
I was selling.
You went into people home with the knife stuff, samples, and started cutting things.
But you know what? I want to. Yeah, I did. It was the rope.
The reason why I said that, I had somebody come to my mom's house. That's why.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was the rope. Cutco had the knife that cut through rope, and it was just crazy. I bought a set, but honestly, one of my inspiration is actually from my cousin. He's actually the president of Gainz Related.
Okay, that shirt you're wearing right now.
Yeah, it's crazy because we grew up in the West Side. There was a lot of gangs.
Totally.
A lot of gangs.
Yes.
But all these guys that grew up and became businessmen, became fathers, became, like business owners and whatnot, like they grew up from it. And then for him to come out with Gainz Related, it's similar to gang related, but that's not the point. The point is growth.
Yep.
And that's the thing I preach to everybody. It's like, dude, we start from the bottom. Guess where we're going? We're not gonna go back to the bottom. Like the way we talk right now, like we're sales. We're out there. We're Americans. We're doing everything we can to like grow. You get what I'm saying? So Gainz Related to me means a lot. And when we were growing up, he would talk all thuggish around his friends, right? But to me, he was like, he would say this infomercial. He would say, "Join me now and make $1,000 in my 1-bedroom apartment." That's the family side.
Right.
He was a really like family person, but on the streets was a different person.
Oh wow!
So as he grew, he knew how to master that, and that's the reason why I always rep Gainz Related.
I see.
Do it all for the set.
Do it all for the set.
For all set.
Sound
So
exactly.
he inspired you, right?
Yeah.
In order to go through. When you found out that college wasn't for you, and you said you had a lot of sales background.
Yep.
What part of that, where does the journey go from there in order for you to start, realizing, man, like, I could still continue this path and then still be okay and not need school? When did you realize you didn't need school anymore?
When I started applying for certain jobs and, the salary was basically negotiable. Like if you had a college degree, it's set already. Oh, you're making $12, $13 an hour if you got a BA degree, master degree, right?
Right.
Yep.
But for sales, I have 5 years experience. I will double whatever you have. And my current job, that's what I did. I'm like, what's your highest paying salesperson? I'm gonna double that. And that's what I did. And I've been with them, and they took care of me. And if there's another sales job, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna double that.
So you didn't have the mentality. You know how when you go work, right? You didn't have that 9 to 5 mentality, right? Where
Oh, no.
I'm gonna work. I'm gonna go here, get this job, make $40,000 a year, whatever it is. You had this mentality that my income would be more unlimited.
Yeah.
Is
You
that
betting
correct
on
to
yourself.
say?
Basically, I don't want to basically calculate myself per hour. I want to calculate myself per who I am and what I can do, what I can bring to the table. And that's what the moment you talk to me, you know exactly. If you got this, I'm gonna double that. You got that, I'm gonna do this more. You know what I mean? Like, like even my current job right now, I'm off at 6, but I'm not off at 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't play around like that. Because if I'm gonna get the work done, I'm gonna get the work done. That's it.
Have you ever felt stuck, like working, like an hourly job versus knowing that you could do much better? Like, ever in your path?
I was working at Cricket Wireless, and they capped me. And when they cap me, I start looking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't. Like, I did everything I can to produce numbers that you never seen before.
Yeah.
And you decide to cap me one day, I'm gonna look elsewhere.
Yeah.
And that's how we should look. Like, I get the idea of nowadays younger people are like, you know what, I don't like this job, I'm gonna quit.
Yeah.
But what are you offering
Right.
these business? What are you offering them? If you're offering something that is unreplaceable, I get it. But if it's just for you, no, don't go that route.
That's what we see a lot, right? Like these younger generation coming up, like you were saying, they don't have that skill set yet.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have nothing to come to the table with, and they're demanding so much
So
more.
much money.
And it's like, bro, like, do you realize how much work and, what you need to bring in order to help the company grow? Just like, was it your cousin that built that company, right?
Yep.
Like, he has to get the right people with the right skill set,
Exactly.
right? I mean, it's a different playing field now, and it's not like back then how we grew up.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of sales job in the past. Which one was the hardest one and the one that made you who you are today?
I would like to say life insurance.
Life insurance?
Because you're selling something that nobody wants. Nobody wants to talk about death. So if you can face the fear of door knocking somebody and selling something they don't want, you can sell anything.
Go down that route a little bit, man, because how we talked about handling rejection before, like how because when you're selling life insurance, you get a lot of no's.
Oh yeah.
How did you overcome that, right? And say shrug it off, because a lot of people can't handle no's. You know, so
I think I got no's all my life.
Yeah.
Like no is something you have to take, because no means that they're selling you something that they're not interested. If they're saying no to you, that means I got a better sales guy or I got another better product in mind.
Yeah.
You're not offering anything. But if I can tell you that this is the best phone, Android phone, and your iPhone is outdated, and you believe me, that's the real sales.
Yeah.
So you think you could sell ice to the Eskimos?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But being in the spirit that you're in right now with this Instagram, with the real stuff, you basically are selling yourself, and your selling skill does show, like in your reels, it does show a lot. Like you really believe in the product, you really believe in the thing that you're doing.
Let me get 1 second. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Oh yeah.
We'll be right back.
That drink.
Go ahead.
Drinking.
The drink.
So, would you guys want to sell life insurance?
Hell no, I don't want to sell life
I
insurance.
don't believe in
Not
it.
for me.
I don't believe in it.
So you're not gonna die?
Nah, I don't believe in it.
You know
You
what?
don't believe in life insurance?
No, I don't believe in life insurance.
What kind of bullshit is that?
I don't believe in life insurance. I don't got one.
You don't have one?
Nope. I don't believe in life insurance.
Man, so what do you know what? You're right.
I ain't gonna die. I'm immortal, bro.
You don't need it. We talked about this. You're immortal.
I'm immortal, bro.
You're gonna just spend the rest of your life watching TV.
I told you. There's gonna be. Remember, I told you on the pod. There's gonna be an invention where they're gonna shoot me up, and I'm going back to freaking young again.
So,
happen, bro.
when you heard that saying, is it two things guaranteed in life is death and taxes. So for Lucky, it's only taxes.
There's only taxes. I'm fine paying taxes
Not
every
just
year.
death and taxes, pain and suffering is
Pain
also
and suffering.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm gonna be young again.
Well, if you're on
They
drugs, you might
curing
not feel that
cancer.
pain and suffering.
They're curing cancer right now, left to right. They're curing cancer left to right, AIDS left to right. They're gonna be one for us. I'm guaranteeing it. Watch. 40 years, give us 34 more years. We're all gonna be young again.
so life insurance industry is gonna crumble
It's gonna crumble,
because
bro. I
of
don't
this
believe in
magic
it.
stick.
I don't believe it.
Inside of you.
Insurance and pharmaceuticals are gonna kill you. They're gonna find a way to make their money.
They're gonna shoot me up.
It's got to
and
be
die.
FDA approved first. You gotta be able to pay them before they can say, you know what, you could do that.
Have you seen about the rats? Was it getting younger? The testing that they're doing on the rat.
No.
Where I forgot where the fuck is it from, but the rat was like old and about to die, but now it's back to being young and alive again. So pretty soon it's gonna be on to doing a human testing, and Elon Musk will start ejecting those freaking chip into our brains, so we could become androids and shit.
We got like another
40.
Man, we live on air.
I know.
You asked
Like, what
me
kind
that.
of question is this?
God.
No, they're
Bro,
cutting it off
come on.
anyways.
Who's cutting it off?
To Victoria, you're gonna cut all this off. This part right here.
No, we're
going to
not.
the
I
restroom.
just can't.
We're
It's
going
live.
straight.
The restroom?
No,
No, you can't.
there's no break. There's no bathroom break.
Let's keep the thing
This is
going
live,
then.
man.
What do you think we're doing here? What do you think we're doing over here, man?
You're gonna cut it. Okay,
Man, this guy.
Dang.
Our guests had to.
Hey, that's why
use
this
the
is
men's
very
bathroom.
authentic, man. This is very authentic.
We keeping it authentic here.
Keep it authentic as possible.
We have about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, we
man,
got
so
you in the
we wanna
back.
Touch,
Yeah.
on a couple of stuff. He touched on a lot of his journey,
A lot of journey,
where he's
man.
at right now. His strong suit is in sales. So
What is your message, man, to the people that actually want to get into the social media space? Like, what do you share with some of our Lao young folks?
Honestly, I believe that, like, if I could do it, anybody can do it. I feel nothing special about me. And I believe that everybody just got to break out of their shell, be able to do it. And I'm just glad that I can be like a figure for a lot of people that, like, you know what, man, if he could do it, he ain't nothing special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think I'm that special.
My boy, you are special though.
Yeah.
You are. Don't ever say that you're not.
Yeah.
I'm no celebrity. I'm nothing, everything that I done, I think anybody could obtain.
Well, I think we got you on the show, man, to really, uplift you, support you, but also the things that you've been doing has a lot of growth and success from the very bottom to up. For me personally, it made me feel like what we started too in the beginning, how we started all these things from the ground up. You know what I mean? So I think that is something special that you should definitely take, man. And I think your determination and perseverance shows a lot on your videos and your reels and things that you're trying to teach the audience. Just myself too. I watch you all the time, man. So,
you really can't be afraid. You really
can't be afraid.
You can't be like embarrassed. Like, it's like, I get it. A lot of people are like, oh my God, you're embarrassing yourself. My wife said it all the time.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing. You look ugly.
Yeah.
Oh no, I see your comments.
Just gotta be you.
I see your comments, bro.
But you being you though. You being you, right?
But does that like propel you, right? Does that kind of give you a little bit of fire? It's like, you know what?
You can't
I don't
do it.
care.
I
You
don't
know,
care,
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's like a bullet. You know what I mean?
I really stopped caring a long time ago about
Yeah.
other people's
Opinion, yeah.
because their opinion is
Right.
closed-minded.
They ain't paying your bills.
They're not paying your bills. They're not sharing your content.
Exactly.
They're not liking it.
Right.
But you have all these other people that's gonna do it,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and they want it because they see themselves in you.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, was there ever a comment that kind of hurt you a little bit?
Man, you
Or do
already
you-
asked
We
this
asked him.
question.
I asked him
Yeah,
that.
you-
I asked
My
him
bad.
that. I asked him that.
No,
Yeah.
but then you said which one was the worst?
It's
Yeah,
kind of
worse.
more like a direct.
Yeah, direct one.
yeah,
Yeah,
like I
direct
want to
one.
know like
Yeah.
the actual comment.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
just
you're right,
like,
Charles. You're right,
All right, Charles.
Yeah.
We gotta let this for tonight.
Hey, we're gonna cut this off. We're gonna cut this off.
We said it the right way. We just agreed with each other.
So, all right. So, which
Give me a
comment
direct
hurted you?
answer.
Yeah.
Which comment? Oh, I don't. I just don't.
So-
I don't think I have one. I just like. I got to the point where like it
You just
doesn't really
numbed.
matter.
You just numbed. You don't care no more.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he can't
Well,
be
yeah,
numb if he
because-
never cared about it.
If you think about it, right? If you can handle no's, right?
In
the
your life.
rejection, in sales,
In sales.
whatever it is.
Yep.
If I come up, you ask a girl out, hey, you want to go out with me? No. All right, whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like sales too, right?
Yep,
You asking girls
exactly.
out, So a lot of these comments, it's not really going to affect who you are as a person.
Yeah.
But is it shocking, like even for us
Yeah.
going into the spear first? Yeah, it's shocking, but you never
Yeah.
knew how much comment there is out there. It's nasty, but you just gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask a question that haven't been asked.
Yeah.
yet.
Go for it, Charles.
So, of all of these sales job that you have, do you have like a sales pitch? Especially when you were selling vacuum. I want to know, like, you had a sales pitch that you went in.
Oh, currently now I have a sales pitch, and actually somebody said like you sound like a commercial. I'm like, damn it.
Oh yeah, you gotta change
Damn
it.
it.
Right?
Change it up.
You gotta change it
I was
now.
like, damn it. But like it's the only time I know that either they're not interested, then I sound like that. But I know if they're interested and they're a possible sell, it's like this. I'm just talking to them.
Yeah.
But then if I'm just checking off the box, then I do my verbatim spiel.
Yeah.
So in sales, do you grasp the whole interaction? Like, do you understand that you look at their body language, how they act, their tonality, what they say, who they're with? Are you taking mental notes as far as like, okay, this might be a sale, this like qualifying them? Are you doing that?
Honestly, everything plays a big part. Everything from them knowing exactly what they want to who's with them, everything comes in play. So what you really need to focus on breaking that ice, making yourself as different as possible, because people want to relate to you. People want to be able to tell all their social security, where they work at, like all these important things. If they're not willing to tell you all that, they're not willing to work with you. So if you're able to talk to somebody and be able to like express themselves, I know there's a professional side of things.
Sure.
I get business people that I talk to. The moment I know their business, I talk business.
Yeah, you change it up.
Yeah, you change it up.
If they
switch code.
If
code
I see
switches
them,
a bit.
Yeah, if I see them rocking the Cowboys, I'm like, yeah, the boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, do you read books or like any kind of mindset thing that you work on, or is it just coming natural to you?
I think it's not a book, but it's a video. The Secrets.
Oh yeah.
The Secrets has always been something that I kind of collect. Where like, it's true. If you send that thing out to the universe, it's gonna come back to us.
It's a book. There's a book.
There is a book.
There's a book
There is
called
a book,
Secrets.
but there's videos for it.
It's on YouTube or
Yeah, they're on YouTube. There are multiple different ones.
Okay.
Wait, so what is this? This is new to me. So what is it? It's like mantras or?
Basically, it's The Secrets is like a bunch of religious people and I don't know, but they're able to like basically tell people how like, if you want something in life, you gotta just like
philosophies and stuff like that.
Imagine that's possible.
So these are like universal laws then? Is that the same
Exactly.
thing?
Universal law.
Exactly. I don't know the term because it's been a while since I've seen videos, but there's some times where like I get it. People read books and they know chapter 1 to chapter 10, but I'm the type of person that pick up pieces and I'm like, that's important to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a religious person, but if you tell me to be a good man, take care of my family, be right to people, I'm gonna pick that up.
Follow that.
Yeah, it's what agree with you.
Yeah.
It's what you pick up.
Yeah.
Because you can apply that in real life.
Yeah.
You can't apply something that was done
Right.
20,000 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
We kind of coming on our session.
Yeah, we're coming up on our time, so let's wrap this up. The stories that you've given the audience to listen to, the struggles, your journey, your path, and the skills that you acquired in sales, allow you to be a pretty great influencer in your space. And the authenticity that you see in these reels and videos that you do post out, shows your experience in life and in the culture and in inspiring people with, the comments, the followers that you have. Is there any last words or advice that you would give to these people?
Yes.
Yeah, that want to get into the space or?
Honestly, if they want to get into the space, just make content. I don't care what it is, just make it, post it, and then you'll fix yourself. Because once you see that, there's a flaw or something I don't like, or there's something that doesn't relate to me, or that's something unnatural to me, don't do it. Do something that's true to your heart.
Yeah. Do something that's true to your heart, everybody.
Yep, that's wise words from wise men, you know. So, but thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to go follow Allgainznomuscle.
Yeah.
Listen to his content, watch his reels. It's pretty funny. So give his page a like, comment, and subscribe too. That will help him, everybody else out. So thank everybody.
Thank everybody. If you're at Sabati Fest, he will be there.
Oh,
he
yeah.
will be there as well.
Is there
okay?
a meet and greet that you have over there?
Thank you so much.
Is there a meet and greet that you're
meet and
doing over
greet
there?
Saturday, 3:30.
There you go.
I'll be
First
out there.
day.
Yep.
First day there. Check him out, okay? So DM him, all right, everybody?
Yeah.
And don't forget January 27th this Friday, though.
Yes,
I know
January
it's not
27th.
you probably not
This
gonna see it
Friday.
by the time
Yeah.
it comes out.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Party.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Come, Jai.